Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's the 2017 Kennebunk Savings Rugby Rampage here in Durham, New Hampshire for ParaSportsLive. I'm Tony Jackson. I want to thank all of you for joining us for our very first live stream ever. Thank you very much. We're going to get started here in just a few moments. Our first match of the day is the Northeast Passage Wildcats blue team versus the Northeast Passage Wildcats white team. We're going to do a quick rundown of the starting lineups for the blue team. Number 32, he's a 3.0 classification, Ryan Coy. Also number 8, Carlos Avila, he is a 2.0. Number 22, Mike Wright, also a 2.0. We have number 34, Keenan Weishadel, also a 2.0. Number 4, Robbie Dudsitz, a 1.0 classification. And rounding out the lineup for the blue team, number 1, Rob Serafin, he is a 0.5 classification. And so now for the NEP white team, we have number 14, Adam Ellis, he's 2.5. Number 44, Eric Ferrazani, also 2.5. Number 9, Graham Crowther, 2.5 as well. We have Ashley Perkins, number 3. She is a 0.5 classification. Number 13, Nate Loomis, also a 0.5. And rounding out the lineup, number 8, Billy Buffard. Number 15, excuse me, Billy Buffard, also a 0.5. We're going to be getting started here in just a few minutes. Again, I want to thank you all for joining us. Before we get started, I do want to take a quick moment to thank everybody who contributed to our GoFundMe campaign. Without all of you, we wouldn't be here doing this right now. So once again, our eternal gratitude goes to all of you. We are waiting for the teams to get set up here, and we'll get started in just a few moments. And we're going to take a break, and we'll be back to start. Free. .430 left to go in the first quarter. Blue team 5, white team 3. If you're just joining us, thank you. And that is a turnover. White team not able to get the ball over the line in 12 seconds. So Coy now, Ryan Coy the number 32 for the blue team, trying to extend this lead for the blue team. They're already up 5-3. Can they make it 6? And Coy does just that. It's now 6-3 blue over white. 4 minutes left to go in this first quarter. Crowder, the pass over to Farazani, and he's going to get that nice and easy. Avila coming in to try to defend, and he couldn't quite stop him in time, so it is now 6-4. Blue team in the lead. Mike Wright for the blue team, going to inbound the ball. Coy almost had that ball stripped. Crowder has to be careful not to cause a foul. Avila now with the ball for the blue team. Avila racing down the sideline, and no one's going to catch him. 7-4, blue leading. A couple costly turnovers for the white team. Have them down by 3, and we have a lead to overcome, and that ball's going to go out of play. Nicely done by Crowder there. In the match now for the white team, number 15, Billy Buffard. Crowder trying to find an open space there to pass. Now he's into Farazani. Farazani trapped here. He's stuck. He's trying to find an outlet to pass to, and there's Crowder streaking down the floor. It goes off his shoulder, though, and Avila for the blue team picks it up. And now Carlos Avila heads back the other way. He's got a path carved out by his teammates. Oh, and there's a huge collision between Crowder and Wright, but Avila scores another point for the blue team. It's now 8-4. Blue leading the white. Crowder now for the white team. Gets cut off, and he's going to call a timeout. And we're just going to stay right here for just a few moments. 3 minutes left to go in this first quarter. The blue team leading white 8-4. Again, I want to thank everybody for joining us for our very first live stream here on ParaSportsLive. We hope you're enjoying the action so far today. We got games all day today, and we will be bringing you matches tomorrow as well, so be sure to tune in. Everybody's kind of getting themselves together. White, I'm sure, trying to discuss a game plan here to make up some of this deficit that they have right now. They're down by 4. Ellis for the white team, trying to make his way around. He's got to get over the center line in 12 seconds, and he does. No problem there. Ellis just dangerously close to the sideline here. Robbie Dutsitz for the blue team, defending him well. Ellis in trouble here, but he passes off to Farazani. Farazani also in trouble. The blue defenders buckling down. Weishadel taking on Farazani, trying to hold him off. Can the white team clear a path for Farazani? And he loses the ball. White team will get it back, however. Just under 2.5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Again, blue leading white 8-4. Farazani into Crowder, defended by Wright. And Crowder's in a little bit of trouble there, but he's trying to get around the blue defense. Time's certainly winding down here. We don't have a shot clock, so I'm not quite sure how much time they have left. They do have 40 seconds to score. And it looks like Ellis is going to make it through in time. That is another point for the White. 8-5 now the score. Dude sits, passes it into Wright. Wright trying to work his way up the floor. Avila's there, the outlet pass to him, nicely done. And Avila is going to score again for Blue. Chalk up another point. And if you're new to wheelchair rugby, you can see the scoring is usually fairly back and forth. So anytime a team does not score, whether it be from a turnover or a foul of some sort, it can be very hard to come back. And that pass a little bit too far ahead of Ellis, and Avila is just going to let that go out. And it looks like they're going to try it one more time back down the other end of the floor. So Robbie Deed sits now into Avila, who passes it over to Weishadel. Weishadel trying to make his way through. The pass back to Wright, nicely done. Good teamwork there by the blue team. They are now up 10-5 over the white team. Farazani for White. Oh, he almost lost the ball there. Weishadel, tough defense, and he gets the ball over the line, but Avila's there to cut it off. Not enough power on that pass over to Ellis. Now Avila working his way through, and Blue extend their lead. We have just a minute left to go, 65 seconds to be exact in this first quarter. Northeast Passage Blue leading the White by a sizable margin right now. They're up by 6, 11-5. And that ball, oh, and Ellis didn't even see it go over his shoulder. That is another turnover for NEP White. An unfortunate turnover there. Weishadel pressured, that ball's loose. Weishadel dropped the ball, and now there's a race. Ellis, Avila, can Ellis pick it up? He can. Ellis, oh, and he rolls over. Adam Ellis rolled over, no goal. That ball got caught under his chair, and he took a tumble. Great effort by Ellis there, but he just could not control the ball. As he was rolling towards it, the ball got caught under his chair. And then it looked like Avila kind of tipped him over just enough to send him tumbling to the floor. And that's going to be blue ball. Again, good effort by Ellis, but he just couldn't control the ball. And so now NEP Blue going to take possession with 34 seconds left in the first quarter. Wright trying to make his way through. And the pass across to Avila, who's having a pretty good game so far. It's still early though. White's having a bit of trouble containing him. Nice pass over to Weishadel, who's going to make his way around, but Ellis is there to stop him. The pass to Wright, and that's going to go out of bounds. Good defense there. Billy Buffard in the right place to stop that. 11 seconds left in this first quarter. And that ball intercepted by Weishadel. 10 seconds. Can he put another one up before the end of the quarter? 6 seconds. Time winding down. Weishadel's going to score with 2.5 seconds left on the clock. Nicely done. 12-5 the score. NEP Blue over White. And I don't think White is going to get another point on the board before the quarter ends. So there it is, a dominating performance so far by NEP Blue. They are up 12-5 over White. We're going to go ahead and take a break. When we come back, the second quarter, you are watching the 2017 Kennebunk Savings Rugby Rampage. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to start the second period here. You are watching NEP Blue versus NEP White. It's the 2017 Kennebunk Savings Rugby Rampage for ParaSportsLive. I'm Tony Jackson. And Adam Ellis for the white team, taking the ball now down the floor, trying to close this lead up a little bit. It is now 12-6, NEP White. And it looks like we have a tire malfunction. That's what the pause in the action is for. Farazani lost a tire there. And this is a common occurrence in wheelchair rugby. The inner tubes will break and teams have to stop for a moment to replace wheels. And so the trainers on the sidelines will pull the inner tubes out and put new ones in. Again, this is quite a common occurrence in the sport. So there will be stoppages in play every once in a while. And now we're back right over to Coy. Coy now trying to find space to pass it out. He's having a little bit of trouble right now, and he's going to have to call a timeout. Good defense by the white team. And now Blue trying to march up the floor. Weishadel, he's not quite over the line. Oh, and he went back over the line. Weishadel wasn't quite sure where he was. He was close, but he went back over his side of the floor. So that's a turnover. NEP White now with the ball. Ellis, dangerously close to going out. But he's got it. Pass over to Crowder. Nicely done. Good play there. Graham Crowder streaking down the line to score for the white team. Nicely done. It's 12-7. Coy's going to easily just take that ball over the line to bring the lead back to 6 for the blue team. NEP White has a lot of work ahead of them, but nicely done by Crowder, and now he's going to pass it off to Farazani. Well done. And so now Farazani makes it 8 for NEP White. Weishadel for the blue team finds his way through, and he's going to make it down the floor. Ellis trying to get down the floor, but he's stopped by Wright. Nicely done. 14-9 now the score in favor of NEP Blue. Farazani stuck. Coy defending hard, and we're going to get a jump ball, and the possession arrow pointing to Blue. Nicely done. Great defense by Ryan Coy there. And it looks like Rob Serafine for the blue team is going to inbound the ball. Coy, oh, he almost lost it there. Billy Buffard, Adam Ellis ganging up on Coy, and there's Crowder, and it looks like he's going to cause a turnover. Nicely done. Good defense by the white team. Serafine running out of time, but he gets it into Avila. Nicely done by Crowder. That ball's going to go out in favor of the blue team. Graham Crowder, good defense there. Coy trying to work his way around. He's got a little space if he can get around Ellis, but that's going to be a tougher task than he thought. That pass over to Weishadel. Nicely done. Back to Avila, who's been largely silent here in this second quarter, but he gets a point there for the blue team. It's now 15-9. Ashley Perkins back over to Crowther. And Crowther's trapped there. He had to call a timeout. Good defense by Coy. So Bouffard now gonna pass it in. And that one almost got away from Crowther, but he managed to control it. And so now Seraphine trying to keep Crowther from advancing. Good defense again by the blue team, and NEP White having a lot of trouble getting the ball down the other side of the floor right now. Ellis for the white team. Can he find a way out? He passes the ball down the floor. It's a race. Crowther, Weishadel, and Weishadel takes it away. Nicely done. Keenan Weishadel. Pass over to Coy. Oh, and Coy loses the ball, and now it's a fight for it. Coy comes away with it. Avila now takes it for the blue team, and he's going to score. And now the blue team up another point, 16-9. And we're going to get a foul on Ryan Coy. He's going to go into the penalty area for a few moments. And so now an opportunity for the white team to cut this lead down a little bit. We're still down by 7. And now Ellis. Moving down the floor, cut off by Avila. Ellis looking for some help here, trying to make his way through. And he does. Nice move by Ellis, trying to weave his way through. Adam Ellis, can he get through there? No, he can't. And that ball off of Dudsitz. Nice job by Ellis to recognize. He just bounced it off of Dudsitz and sent it out, giving the white team an opportunity to reset their offense again. And that ball over to Perkins. Oh, and he loses it, and Avila is going to take it away for the blue team. And Avila is going to pull up just before the line there. And that's close to a foul, but they battle it out here. And that is going to be a foul. And it looks like the officials are just going to award the point. So it's 17-9. Bouffard with the ball. He's going to inbound it for the white team. So looks like the referee over here is trying to get something straightened out on the scorer's table. The scoreboard currently says 17-9, so we'll see what the correct score is. Trying to get everything straightened out here. And that is what we're waiting for at the moment. Okay, the scoreboard now says 17-8, so the score is officially 17-8, blue over white, and there's a turnover. Can Avila stay on this half of the floor? Oh, he loses the ball. Now it rolls out, and the referee is going to say it is white possession. It's still 17-8. And now Buffard for the white team. Going to send it in. And Carlos Avila, once again, with good defense, he takes that one away. And now he makes his way back up the floor for the blue team. Blue team trying to extend their lead to 10. It's 17-8. Avila trying to make it 18. And he finds an opening there, nicely done. Oh, and the white team almost stopped him, but that is a point for blue. And now they're up by 10. Graham Crowler now trying to get away from Avila. Ball still in play, and they're trying to push him out. One wheel, two wheels over the line. And now the blue team with possession. Good defense there. He tried to hold on, but it wasn't quite enough. Graham Crowler. So now NEP blue looking to go up by 11. There's a long pass over to Coy. Right now for the blue team, Mike Wright working his way around over to Coy. Coy going to try to back his way in over the line, and he's just going to turn around and send it over. NEP blue 19, NEP white 8. Just under 3.5 minutes left to go in the second period. Ellis trapped, and that is a 12-second violation on the white team. Again, good defense by blue. And we're going to get a substitution for the blue team. Coming in for Carlos Avila, once again, number 34, Keenan Weishadel. And it looks like we have a flat tire, so we're going to take a moment to pause the action. And it looks like Ryan Coy needed his belt adjusted. And everything once again is in order, so we await for the action to resume. Coy over the line, 19-8. Ellis racing down the floor. Dutz, it's the last one to try to stop him, but he's not going to get there in time. So Adam Ellis with a point. It's 19-9. Blue leading the white. Some costly turnovers by the white team have put them in this hole. Now, there's still a lot of time left. Can the white team start back and cut this lead down? And there's a turnover. The ball is loose. Who's going to pick it up? It's going to go out, and the referee is going to give it to the white team. Crowler is going to take the ball in. Ferrazzani trying to clear a path for him. Crowler. Nicely done. It was taken away by Weishadel. Keenan Weishadel just strips the ball from Graham Crowler. And now Weishuttle. We're going to get a timeout called. Looked like that one was called by the blue team. So we got about 2 minutes left to go before halftime. Score still 19-9. And while we have a pause in the action, once again, I would like to thank everybody watching our coverage of the 2017 Kennebunk Savings Rugby Rampage here on ParaSportsLive. We hope you're enjoying the coverage so far. We will be covering the entire event, so be sure to tune in all weekend long. The championship game starts at 1 p.m. Eastern time here in the U.S. tomorrow. So now Weishuttle. Pass over to Coy. Coy trying to find a teammate. Oh, and Robbie Dutzitz got a fortunate bounce over to right. And Crowler now with good defense using those long arms to intercept that pass. And it looks like we're going to get a foul on right. So he's going to come into the penalty area, and here is an opportunity for the white team to cut down that lead just a little bit. They're down by 10 right now. So Buffard, oh, and there is a near turnover for the white team, and now the pass down the floor from Ellis. Farazani catches it, nicely done. He almost didn't get there in time, but he's got it. He's over the line. It is 19-10. Blue still leading the white, but white team trying to cut that lead down a little bit. And Mike Wright back into the match now. Ryan Coy back into the match for the blue team. Coy, the pass down to Wright. Wright trying to get the ball. Farazani tried to get there, but he couldn't snag it. So Wright for the blue team, passing it off to Coy. Coy sandwiched out by the white defenders. Dutzitz for the blue team. And there's a scramble for the ball. Who's going to come up with it? Still fighting for the ball, both sides. And the referee called a jump ball and gave possession to the white team. It also looks like somebody popped a tire. And it looks like that someone is Adam Ellis. So we're going to take a quick pause in the action once again. We got about a minute left before halftime. Tire changes are usually a pretty quick fix. Ellis with the ball, bringing it up the floor. Oh, and he almost lost the ball there. Oh, and he did lose the ball. Nicely done by Wright to just strip it away. Buffard, the pass into Crowler. Graham Crowler. Weishuttle stops him. Crowler trying to push his way over the line. And he got it. That's another point for the white team. And they've cut that lead down to 8. Again, they still have the entire second half to mount a comeback. They were down by 10 at one point. They've gained back 2 points. Right, over to Weishuttle. Crowler giving chase. Can Crowler cut him off? He's just going to let him roll over the line. And the blue team now with 20. 36 seconds left. Our score, 20 for the blue team, 11 for the white team. Buffard with the ball. Oh, he tried to go over the shoulder to Crowther. Nicely done. And there is Farazani with the ball. Oh, and it looks like Crowther and Wright were stuck for a moment, but Buffard gives them a little hand to get them untied. .22 seconds left in this first half. The pass over to Wright. He's going to kill the clock just a little bit, but Ellis is just going to help him over the line to get the ball back. 21-12 the score. Crowther trying to go for a long pass down the floor, but it's going to go to Ellis. Ellis now with the ball. Dude sits, tries to cut him off, but he can't do it. Ellis going to take it in. It's now 21-13. Ellis going to hold it for just a few more moments to not give the blue team any time to score before the half. It is 21-13. 3.5 seconds left. And there's a long pass down the floor. Weishadel stopped by Crowther, and that's going to go out. 1.5 seconds left. Will there be enough time? Let's see what the referee says here. Looks like he's just waving the clock off, and that's the case. He's just going to run out the rest of the time. We are going to go to half. NEP Blue leading NEP White 21-13. We'll be back in a few minutes with the second half. You are watching the 2017 Kennebunk Savings Rugby Rampage here on ParaSports Live. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching the 2017 Kennebunk Savings Rugby Rampage for ParaSportsLive. I'm Tony Jackson, and once again, I want to thank all of you for watching our live coverage of this event. Our first match of the day sees the NEP blue team over the NEP white team. 21-13 is the score right now. And on this other court, it is 24-19. It looks like Montreal is up on Quebec. 7 minutes left to go in the first half of that match. And opening up the scoring here in the second half, Carlos Avila for NEP Blue scored now 22-13. And it looks like we got a turnover. Graham Crowther not happy about that. And now Weishadel for Blue, looking to extend the lead back to 10. And nicely done by Ellis. Good defense. And he calls a timeout before he gets pushed over the line. Heads up defense by Ellis. So Perkins for the white team into Ellis. He's being guarded by two defenders. And so Crowther going to take the ball back, defended by Coy. Coy tips it out. So now Crowther, not too many options, but he passes into Perkins, gives it back to Crowther. Nice little give and go there. Crowther over to Farazani. Avila all over the place, defending both players. And we're going to get a foul. And it looks like Avila is going to the penalty area. And so now the white team with an opportunity to cut the lead down a little bit. Ellis going to take the ball over the line and cut the lead down to 8. It's now 22-14. Avila is going to come back into the match now that the white team has scored. Weishadel into Coy. Ryan Coy racing down the floor. He's being chased by two defenders. Avila takes the ball, tips it to himself, gets it over the line with possession. So the blue team back up by 9. 1 minute has gone by here in the third period. Crowther looking for space. He's got 12 seconds to get the ball over the line. Is he going to be able to do it? No, he's not. That is a 12-second violation. White team spending a lot of time trying to get open, and unfortunately for them, they spent too much time. And now the blue team looking to bring their lead back out to 10. Coy trying to find space to get through. And it looks like the blue team is going to get awarded a point here. That was a foul by Crowther, and the referee awarded a point. So it's now 24-14 blue. Crowther gets the ball. That pass a little heavy to him, but he managed to control it. Farazani now taking the pass from Crowther, and it is 24-13. 24-14. It's 15, excuse me. Weishadel for the blue team. And somebody lost air in their tires. You can hear the hissing. Weishadel going to take the ball over the line, and we're going to get a quick pause once again. Eric Ferrazzani losing air in his tires, so he's going to come off for a moment. Billy Buffard going to come on in his place. And it looks like Avila's going back into the penalty area for a 1 meter violation. So now Ellis. For the white team. Ellis now going to make his way down the floor. Weishadel thinks about stopping him, but he's just going to let him go over the line, hits him as he heads over. And now Avila comes back in. 25-16 the score. White team trying to climb back into this, and Graham Crowther going to see what he can do about that. As he takes the loose ball, he holds onto it tightly. Defenders swarming Crowther right now. He has to dribble the ball every 10 seconds. Let's see here. Can he get the ball free? He does. Nicely done. Ellis takes the ball, and he's going to go over the line. 2 quick points by the white team. Bring them to within 8. It is 25-17. NEP blue over white. Weishadel racing. Perkins trying to hold him off. Perkins couldn't quite hook him. And so Weishadel with another point for the blue team. Blue now back up by 9, 26-17. 5:23 left to go in the third quarter. Perkins sends the ball in. Who's going to get there first? And off of Avila goes the ball. So White will get another opportunity to bring the ball down the floor. Perkins sends it into Buffard. Now Billy Buffard. Oh, he loses the ball, but Ellis picks it up for the white team. And so Buffard going to take the ball in from here as they call the timeout. Buffard down the floor. Avila cuts that ball off again. He's done really well in this match to read those passes. That's at least the third one that he's taken away today. And that's another quick point for NEP Blue. It's now 27-17. That long pass down the floor into Ellis. Weishadel lets Ellis go. 27-18 the score. Avila probably the fastest player out here as we've seen these athletes race up and down the floor this morning. He's got pretty good speed and he uses it to his advantage. As I was mentioning a few moments ago, he's taken away a few passes today. Crowther now racing down the floor, trying to get past Avila. Avila knocks Crowther, but the pass to Ellis connects, and Ellis scores for NEP White, 28-19. And the white team seems to be having a tough time closing in any closer than 8. They've gotten it down to 8, temporarily to 7, but not very much. And there's a turnover, nicely done by Crowther. Ellis takes the ball, Can the white team close off anymore? They're down by 8. Serafine passes off to Weishuttle. Avila picks it up as Weishuttle got held up. Avila makes it 29 for the blue team. Crowther cuts the lead back down to 8. And it looks like we're going to get a substitution. At least an adjustment for the equipment. Ryan Coy lost his seatbelt again. That's the second time now that his seatbelt has malfunctioned a little bit. Serafine into Coy. Coy being trapped by Ellis, and Ellis strips it away. Bouffard saves it. Ellis takes the ball. Ellis looking to pass to Crowther, but it's taken away by Coy. Almost a great opportunity for the white team to cut the lead down to 7. But now Weishuttle will take it over the line for the blue team. Increase the lead back to 9. It is 30-21. NEP blue over NEP white. And on this other court, it looks like Montreal up on Quebec 32-29. And again, as we get scores throughout the day, we will keep you updated. Crowther using that little lane carved out by Bouffard to get down the floor. Right, cuts off Crowther. Crowther trying to back his way in, but he's stopped by Dutsitz and Wright. Crowther now in a little bit of trouble here. Tries to pass off to Ellis, is back there, but Bouffard also back there. Now the pass out to Ellis. Adam Ellis trying to find a little sliver to get through, but the blue defender's doing very well to hold him off. Now Ellis inching his way closer. He's got 40 seconds total to get the ball over the line. Let's see if he can get there. Right and Weishuttle now combining to stop. Ellis trying to circle his way back around. Avila with a little hit on Ellis. Time winding down for the white team. They're down by 9. Ellis now trying to make his way through. Can he get there? He's stopped by Dutsitz and Wright. Bouffard clears a little space. Nicely done. Good play by the white team. Time was winding down, but Bouffard was there to carve out just enough for Ellis to get through. And now Wright seeking Avila. And there's the pass. Crowther looking to cut him off. Is he going to get there? No, he's not. (31-22) your score. A minute 50 left to go in the third period. NEP blue comfortably ahead, but NEP white trying to make a match of it. Bouffard with the inbound pass. It's going to go out. And so the blue team going to try to increase their lead back to 10. Dude sits looking to pass it in. It's tipped by Perkins. It's out. And we're going to get a substitution back into the match for Bouffard, number 44, Eric Ferrazzani. And it looks like Adam Ellis with a little problem there on one of his tires. It looks like it's just, well, it looks like it's kind of flat. Let's see what's going on here. And the trainers are going to come out and bring another tire to him. Only 2 seconds had gone off the clock. So we're at 1:49. The score again still 31-22 in favor of blue. Right, trying to make his way through, but the white defenders have something to say about that. Now there's a loose ball, and there's a race for it. Ellis looks like he's going to get there first. Nicely done, Adam Ellis, to pick it up for the white team. Cutting the lead back down to 8. 31-23 the score. Minute 30 left to go in this third period. And there is another turnover. And now the white team looking to cut the lead to 7. The pass to Ellis, nicely done over the defenders. We're going to get a foul. And white will take the ball on the side. And Avila once again coming into the penalty area. And he's going to get called for leaving the court on that last play. So NEP White looking to bring the lead down to 7. Bouffard will inbound for the white team. Ellis looking for an option, either on his own or to one of his teammates. Ellis now racing around. Perkins carves out a space. And we're going to get a point awarded to the white team, 31-24. That was a foul on blue. But because that foul was due to, or excuse me, because that point was due to a foul, Avila still has to sit in the penalty area. And now Dude sits racing. And that was a violation on the blue team. 10-second violation. 12 seconds. And so Bouffard going to pass the ball in for the white team. White doing very well here, having a nice run of play.
Nice, guys.
White team trying to cut the lead to 6. This is the closest they've been in a while. If they can get one more point on the board without conceding, they will be within striking distance in that final period. And Ellis is going to score that point for NEP White. It is now 31-25. Avila racing down the floor. Ellis is there. Oh, and there goes Avila. He takes a tumble from his own teammate. He tried to squeeze between Ellis and Weishadel, and he didn't quite get the angle right, so he got clipped by his own teammate and took a tumble. So they'll go ahead and bring him back up. It does happen sometime. Actually, that's the second time he's taken a tumble in this match so far. and that is a turnover. And so now NEP White, can they bring it to within 5? They have 15 seconds to do so. Perkins clears the path. The pass over to Farazani. Farazani gets the ball. And NEP White, with 5 seconds left in the third quarter, have cut the lead to 5. And I have to say, I've been pretty impressed with the effort here by the White team in this third period. They've really done a great job to make this a manageable fourth quarter coming up. And that is the end of the third period. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a break. NEP White making a furious comeback. They're now down by 5. The score 31-26. You're watching the 2017 Kennebunk Savings Rugby Rampage. We'll be back in a few moments. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to start the fourth quarter here. This first match of the day. Day one of the 2017 Kennebunk Savings Rugby Rampage. Thank you for watching our live coverage here on the ParaSportsLive channel. I'm Tony Jackson. And the White team with an opportunity to cut the lead to 4 to start this fourth quarter. I want to thank everybody watching. Graham Crowther told me before the match that he might have some family and friends watching from the UK. So if you are watching right now, welcome. I hope you're enjoying the coverage. Farazani with the ball for the White team, trying to make his way around the blue defenders. Farazani with space that's quickly cut off by Wright and Avila. Now Crowther with the ball, cut off by Avila. He's got 40 seconds to score, and there is Farazani with the ball. He's going to turn around and score. White team now at 27, cutting the lead to 4. Can they come back? 7.5 minutes to go. They have plenty of time to do so, but it will depend on whether or not they can force the blue team into turnovers. But I have to say, being where they were earlier in this match, they've done very well to even get to this point, and nicely done by the blue team to carve out a space for Avila. It is now 32-27. Blue team back up by 5. Oh, and there's a little bit of a mishandle there. Crowther over to Ellis. Avila tries to cut him off, but he can't do it. And now Ellis has got some help. And there's another point for the White team. And you really feel like if the White team can get it down to 3, they have a great opportunity to come back here. I mean, they already have put themselves in a good position by going down by 4 and now 5, since Ryan Coy has put another one up on the board for the blue team. But I mean, to climb back from where they were earlier, they're already in a good place, but you really feel like if they can slice the lead down a little bit more to say even 3, that you have to feel like they're going to be feeling pretty confident that they can overcome that lead and at least level the game back up. So now there's a pass over to Ellis. Good pass. 33-29 the score. Right, looking for Avila. Avila does nicely there to cut off Perkins, and now Crowder going to try to stop Wright, and he's not going to get there in time. 34-29 the score. And again, if you're new to wheelchair rugby, scores will typically get up into the 40s and 50s, and we're seeing that here now. And I think 45 will probably win this match. Crowder over to Farazani. That one just a little too long. Ellis tries to get there before it goes out, and he can't do it. And that was a crucial turnover for the white team. They've battled so hard to come back in this match. And there's going to be a foul once again on Carlos Avila, so he's going to sit here in the penalty area once again. A familiar space for him today. His team is in the lead, so 34-29 the score, and White with an opportunity. That turnover could have been costly. Let's see here. No, it looks like the blue team is going to get the ball. So again, indeed a costly turnover for the white team. They've climbed back down from 10 to cut the lead to 5, but now the blue team with a chance to increase the lead back to 6. Oh, we've got another foul, this time on the blue team. And that was a 1 meter violation on blue. So now the white team getting the ball back from a foul. There's a pass over to Perkins. Perkins couldn't control the ball. And so now the blue team will get it back once again. And what a great opportunity for the white team to cut the lead down even further. But down by 5. And that ball sent down the floor into Wright. Wright's going to get the ball. And there's a race. Crowder and Ellis, neither one could stop him. And you could see Adam Ellis, his face says it all right there. He knows that could be the goal
when your minute's up, not when your team scores.
That brings the blue team to victory here. I mean, they worked so hard to get down to 4 goals, and now they're down by 6. Crowder brings that back down to 5. Serafine passes it in, but it's going to be cut off by Crowler. Nicely done. Good play by Graham Crowler. And the pass over to Ellis. Well done, and that's exactly what the white team needed. Now they're down by 4 again. 5:13 left in this match. Got a timeout. And, you know, again, the white team really showing a lot of determination there to come back in this match. I mean, they were down by 10 at one point, but they've climbed all the way back, and now they're only down by 4. 5 minutes left to go in the match, and with the way things have been going, they still have a chance to come back and win this thing. And if you're the blue team, you really have to figure out what to do here to stop the white team from mounting this furious comeback. Let's see if they're able to figure it out. And on the other side, Montreal still up on Quebec 41-36. And now we rejoin the action here on Court 2 here at the Hamill Recreation Center. Dude sits now for the blue team. Passes it into Coy. And there's a turnover. but the blue team is going to get it back. Crowder stripped the ball away from Coy. There's a pass. Avila going to take it. The blue lead back up to 5. Crowder now with the ball. He's got 12 seconds to get it over the center line. Ellis, good, nicely done. Great grab by Ellis, and Perkins now. Avila racing down the floor to stop Perkins, and he does. Crowder now back to help out. Ellis takes the ball. Ellis trying to find his way through. He can't do it. He's being defended. Coy. Weishadel. Tight defense on Ellis. And that is a violation on Ellis. You have to dribble the ball once every 10 seconds. He got the first dribble, but he didn't wait. He waited too long to dribble it again. So the blue team will take the ball. They're up by 5, 36-31. 4.5 minutes left to go in the match. Coy, the pass to Weishadel. Avila now racing to cut off Ellis, and he does. Weishadel just going to hold on to the ball until he has to score, killing off a little bit of time from the clock, giving the white team fewer opportunities. Buffard into Crowder. Oh, Buffard, that ball bounces off the front of his chair. Avila takes the ball. Is he going to be able to get to it before it goes out? Yes, he does. Nicely done. And now the blue team. And Keegan Weishadel takes the ball over the line. The lead now back up to 7 for the blue team. And a couple costly mistakes by White find them back now down by 7. And that is a timeout taken by the white team. And the white team really worked extremely hard to fight back and get down to 4, but a couple costly mistakes and turnovers have brought that blue lead back up to 7. And with just under 4 minutes left to go, it's going to be a tough task for them to come back. But we'll see what happens. I mean, in sports, as always, anything can happen. But, I mean, 7 points with 4 minutes left to go is going to be a tough hill to climb. Let's see what the white team does here in the next few minutes. And everybody's back out on the floor now. Ferrazzani back in for Buffard. Crowder in trouble, but he passes the ball out to Ellis, who cuts the lead back down to 6. 38-32. NEP blue over NEP white. 3:45 left to go in the match. Avila racing down the floor again, using his speed to get around the defenders. (39-32). Crowder in trouble. Ellis with the ball. Avila trying to keep that lead going for the blue team, and he does. There's a long pass down the floor. It's going to get cut off by Weishadel, but he can't control it. Nicely done by Farazani, but he can't keep it in. He calls timeout before he goes out of play. Oh, and the white team has no more timeouts, and so that's a turnover. Blue team going to take control of the ball now. 39-33. The score, in Weishadel looking to make it 40, but Perkins and Ellis trying to derail those plans, but Weishadel makes his way through. It's now 40-33. Crowther looking for some help here. It's being guarded closely by Weishadel. Still in. Crowther, the long pass down the floor. Avila just going to use his speed to try to race and get to the ball, but it's going to go out of bounds. Blue is going to take possession here. 2:33 left to go in the match. NEP Blue 40. NEP White 33. Weishadel for the blue team. Lead now up to 8. 41-33. Crowther. Cut off by Weishadel, but he gets over the center line. Crowther just trying to work his way through, just pushing his way through everybody. 41-34. Coy, the long pass to Avila, and he's going to get there. 42 now for the blue team. Just under 2 minutes left to go in the match, and it looks like the blue team have found their rhythm again and have established control. Crowther still trying to do what he can, and that ball almost intercepted by Dutzid, as that ball rolled off of the hand of Ellis, but Farazani picks it up, goes over the line for the white team, and brings them back within 7. Oh, Graham Crowther, can he get the ball? No, he can't. Good effort by Crowther there. He almost got that ball. That's what they were looking for, but he couldn't quite get his hands on it. So now the blue team. NEP Blue. Oh, and there's a turnover there, but Weishadel is going to pick it up for the blue team. Weishadel, the pass over to Coy. Coy takes it over the line. 43-35, just over 60 seconds left to go in the match. And the blue team firmly in control now. And it's probably safe to say, barring a miracle not seen in sports for several decades, that the blue team is going to win this match. But Crowther still trying to make a game of it, but a 12-second violation is going to return the ball to NEP Blue. And that's been a problem for the white team in this match. Not able to get the ball over the center line. And it looks like Seraphine's going to come back into the match in place of Avila. And now dudes, it's inbounds to Coy. Coy trapped by the white defenders. Coy trying to find space, and he loses the ball. Good defense by Perkins. And now Farazani giving chase and picks up the ball. It's Farazani looking to pass back, and it's intercepted by Coy. So one turnover followed by another. Nice pass. Crowder tried to strip the ball away from Weichel, but he holds on. 44-35 the score, 11 seconds left to go. Ellis tries to take it in. He's going to take it in, and he's taking it over the line with 0.6 seconds left on the clock. And ladies and gentlemen, down by 10 at one point in this match, and they managed to cut it down to 4, but the blue team late in the fourth quarter found their rhythm again and brought it back out to a comfortable 44-36 victory. We're going to take a break. When we come back, the New York Warriors versus the NEP white team. You were watching the 2017 Kennebunk Savings Rugby Rampage.